everybody, this is Liliana D'Arcangelo from Nerdvana, and we are here at Oddmall for episode 4. But I'm not alone this episode. I am joined by
Mimney,
Nareed,
and of course your geek on the street, Grim.
So we actually have our first junior member here, which is a big thing. I didn't think we'd have that this soon, so we're growing. So if you know any more of people that have minions that would like to join Nerdvana, please send them our way because we could always use more. So we're here at Oddmall, which started in Ohio. This is the first year in Seattle, which is actually in Linwood to be technical. But we're at the Linwood Convention Center, and so far I'm kind of amazed at all the things that are here. We have fairies, we have burlesque, we have belly dancing, sideshow acts from Reckless Freaks, if you remember them from episode 3, and we also have a bunch of vendors. So this episode, what we're going to do is we're going to have some videos of some of the performances going on, and we're also going to have a bunch of interviews with some of the vendors and performers that are here. So I hope you enjoy this.
This is Sideshow Ben.
And the Mighty Lurch.
And we are
Reckless Freaks. And you're listening to Nerdvana.
So hey everybody, this is Nimi, and
I'm
we're here with Lolly the Fairy Princess.
Hello everybody, pleasure to meet you.
And we have met her at Oddmall, and she's got some very awesome Smashing Fairy Rocks, and she's also got a book coming out pretty soon. So why don't you tell us about that?
So my book is what I call a living fairy tale, and the premise behind this is that they are stories that I have transcribed and given a little bit of glitter and embellishment of the adventures that I have when I go to Renaissance fairs and sci-fi fantasy conventions. I go questing with the children, and these are the stories of those quests, and this is the first one in the series. It's called The Fairy Princess Lolly and the Will-O-Wisp Hunt. My illustrator is Herb Leonard, and he has been an illustrator for about 25 years doing all sorts of children's books. He's published over 30 different books, so I'm really excited. I'm beginning my Kickstarter campaign for it next week, and we're hoping to have it out by the beginning of the year.
Oh, it's gonna be awesome. Mary, didn't you say you had a question?
I forgot it.
You had time to think about it. So, how long have you been doing Fairy Princess Lolly events?
Well, I was born a fairy princess, and so I've been doing that my whole life. However, I decided to expand beyond the fairy kingdom and come into the human world about 10 years ago, I think, by human time. I have a strange relationship with mortal time. Terribly bad at counting.
Aw. I think Mary has an issue with counting too.
Yeah.
She's a nymph. She forgets.
Numbers are elusive. It's true. Did you remember your question?
Aw.
Nareeds only remember things when they're in water.
Oh. So water fairy.
I'm not a water fairy. I'm a naiad.
A naiad. Tell me about that.
Well, naiads live in water and they drown people for sport.
I've heard of this sort of fairy. What is a safe way to get passage across the water where a naiad might live?
Get in a boat that doesn't leak.
Get in a boat that doesn't leak.
I'll have to remember to do that.
What is your favorite fishy food? Do you eat seaweed salad?
I didn't think about that.
We don't eat. We're immortal.
Don't you ever get hungry?
No.
Oh, see, I love goblin fruits. Those are quite delicious. All kinds of magical powers in goblin fruits. But you sort of have to be careful because you don't ever know what goblin fruit has what power. So, you might find yourself invisible for a day. Or maybe you have fingers that are sticky like Spider-Man. Hard to tell.
That sounds terrible.
Oh, I don't know. I guess it all depends on how creative you are with your imagination. Mischief and mayhem, that's what we're all about.
I wouldn't
No,
know
that's
anything about
what-
that. I'm just a little
That's what
princess.
the brownies of your kind are about.
Bogarts. Brownies are good house elves that help assist in the kitchen all the time because
Brownies
I cannot
are boy
cook.
fairies.
What?
Brownies are boy fairies.
Yes?
What, they can't cook too? I have one in my home. Don't you have one at yours?
The master chef.
My home is a body of water around an island.
Oh.
Around an island that has this communicator with the fairy queen.
Oh.
You know the fairy queen? Wow.
I respect her. But one time I had to take... One time there was this bowl that one of the mortals thought that we would return back to the fairy queen, but we actually kept it as a trophy.
Ooh. Sometime you shall have to go on an adventure with me because that's what I then turn around and write about when we're all done. That would be very exciting.
I think I'd like that. Would you? Married?
Sure.
Alright, I think we have a date to go on an adventure with the fairy princess Lolly.
Are there any other questions I can answer for you?
Do you have one?
What's your favorite food?
My favorite food? The sweet kind.
Ooh.
But not chocolate.
Not chocolate. This stuff is amazing.
No.
I love white chocolate.
I like pixie dust.
I thought pixie dust was only to use for wands and in practice of helping for magic.
The edible pixie dust.
That doesn't exist.
The pixie dust you're talking about is what you get when you pick them up by their big toe and you shake them. Pixie dust goes everywhere.
No.
Sounds so very mean.
That's not mean. They're pixies. They're like cartoons. If something happens to them, you just clap and they come back to life.
Wow.
Besides, if you knew that the reason you have tangles in your hair in the morning is because the pixies like to tie it in knots, you wouldn't think that shaking them for a little bit of pixie dust was terribly mean.
I do so hate brushing my hair every morning. And I know Nereid does as well.
I just let the water current do its job.
That sounds like a fantastic way.
And it doesn't hurt at all.
No, that's because it's your natural element.
Alright, so we're gonna say goodbye to Fairy Princess Lolly for right now, and we're gonna definitely look forward to her Kickstarter and her book, because I can't wait to read it.
Thank you so much.
And we'll, what is it, Nereid?
But the only thing that the naiads do eat
Crustaceans.
that would be... We're not allowed to tell.
You're not allowed to tell.
No.
Ah.
So we'll have to find out about Nereid food and Fairy Princess Lolly's adventures next time. Later, guys.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is Grim, your geek on the street at Oddmall. I am currently standing here with Dimitri Abakauskas.
Arbakauskas, but close enough.
Arbakauskas. He is the proprietor of Tormented Artifacts. Tell me, what is Tormented Artifacts, Dimitri?
Tormented Artifacts is... it's kind of hard to say. It's leatherwork, it's custom-made digital art prints, it's card decks, it's weird, insane props, it's murderators, saw blades attached to rattan poles. It's all sorts of weird, cool stuff.
Really? How long have you been doing this job, and what got you into this?
I've been doing it for about the better part of 13 years now. What got me into it was having a background in technical theater and 7 months straight of unemployment, which meant I was bored off my butt. Thankfully, we had a hide of leather in the house, so I finally decided, you know, I kind of know how to make leather masks. Let me start actually making some for something to do while I'm bored. And After about the first 10 or so, a friend of mine who actually sells stuff at the Fremont Solstice Fair for a living said, okay, I want to take some of those and sell them if you'll let me. Okay, sure. And it just went on from there.
So, in other words, that became a moment of necessity bred creativity?
Exactly.
And I noticed you've got some interesting pieces of your work on. Can you give us a little description of what you've got?
Well, what I've currently got on is a pair of suspenders I've done for myself with hand riveted and grommeted strapping all the way through, and a back plate that features multiple segments of custom done hide. And then I've also got on my bracer, which contains my smartphone.
Really?
For easy access to, everything I do on the online.
You know, that reminds me so much of the Pip-Boy.
Pretty much was inspired by the Pip-Boy.
Thank you, Bethesda. So how long does it generally take based on the project?
Based on the project, it can take anywhere from 1 to 2 days to, in the case of one particular prop build, about 4 months.
Wow, that is dedication.
That was a crazed piece called The Book of Lost Hours, which, among other features, has a clock built into it. So,
working clock?
Working clock.
This might be interesting. Well, thank you, Dimitri. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it first. Tormented Artifacts. This was the proprietor, Dimitri, the creative mind behind him. His link is on our webpage. If you click on it, you will go straight to it. Thank you again, Dimitri.
Thank you.
So, this is Neme again with Narid, and we're here to interview
Danny Mansmith and Alexis Ortiz.
And they make some beautiful handmade pieces. I'm looking at them right now, and you guys would seriously love these. What do you think, Narid?
I say that they are a bit... I'm not sure.
Look closer.
Weird.
They're weird? That's a good word for them.
Including that doll.
Oh, this doll is amazing. That's the word you're looking for.
It is pretty cute.
It's gorgeous. It's all hand done. You know, it wasn't dipped in a plastic like a Barbie.
So,
one of a kind.
Oh, are you scared?
I'm making her
Scared of
nervous.
that doll.
Okay, the doll will get you.
He doesn't make scary. There's no possible way he would put anything bad out in the world. Believe me. I live with him.
So how did you guys get your start?
I started teaching myself how to sew in about 1991. I'm dropped out of art school for painting and have been sewing ever since. Making clothes for myself and coats and jackets and scarves, and then it's just sort of progressed and along the way.
Pretty awesome. So how long have you guys been doing conventions? How many oddmalls have you done? Just this one, or?
Just this one. We're new here to Seattle from Chicago. We moved here about a year ago, so.
Welcome to Seattle.
Thank you. It's very, very beautiful here.
Despite the rain.
I love it.
Yeah,
that's one of the reasons why we moved here, and that's one of the main reasons why it's so beautiful, because of all the rain. It keeps things green and gorgeous, like all year long.
Fair enough.
Do you like the rain?
You like that one? Is that going to be your present when you get here today?
It's a kitty.
It is. You'll have to come back by.
It's a ring.
I entered you virtual shopping. Remember?
I already know virtual shopping.
So you want to tell them what you got in your hand?
It's a kitty ring.
Well, they can't see it. What's it look like?
Are we getting this on video?
Yes.
Video too? Audio.
Audio.
So you can do anything you want.
Yep.
It's not video. Come on, loosen up.
We have crazy jazz hands going on here. It's kind of awesome.
How old are you?
9.
I'm 30.
I'm not really amused by things like that.
By age?
No.
People?
Jazz hands.
Oh, I'm not trying to amuse you, so that's a good thing.
Well, thank you guys. It's much appreciated.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for stopping.
We'll leave you a business card so you can check us out on Nerdvana.
Oh, our business card.
Give this guy going. So we're back again, and we have
Emily of Vexwear.
and she has an amazing PVC dress here. You guys should seriously see it. It's beautiful red and looks fantastic. What do you think, Cass? Nareed? Nareed, what do you think?
I think it looks beautiful.
What else do you like?
The color blue.
Yeah, she's our junior member, so.
I'm a naiad.
Cool.
So why don't you tell us about Vexwear?
Well, I started because I was grumpy that there wasn't enough opulence in fashion, especially alternative fashion, and so I started making corsets and one-off pieces and gowns and everything for basically every kind of person of every kind of size, background, history, and style.
Wow.
So yeah, I kind of do it all, and I really strive for difference.
It looks really awesome.
Thank you.
Hold, we take half this home.
Thank you. Well, the red dress that you described actually was featured in 2013's NorwestCon fashion show, along with about 9 or 10 other pieces, but I couldn't bring everything. But you can see them on my Facebook /Vexwear, 2 X's. And then this piece, which you guys can't see through the voice here, but it's a gown and corset dress made themed after the Wicked Witch from The Wizard of Oz. So it's absolutely covered in book pages, and it has Emerald City on it, and I also have a matching pair of Mary Janes that I hand bedazzled.
Oh wow.
That took me forever. Lots of forevers.
Right now we have our junior member checking all the stuff out. You see anything you like, Mary? Or are you like me, you want to take everything home?
I want to take everything home. I mean, back to my river.
That's home, right?
It is.
It counts.
See, I just got a pretty castle.
Every body of water is my home. So I have to say back to my river.
That works.
Yep. See,
I have a sound nearby. You could go there.
Hey, you might need to take a dip soon. You're starting to look kind of dry. Peaky.
Do you know where the nearest water fountain is?
Yep. It's right across the way.
We'll have to go hit that next before you dry up and turn into dust.
We don't need that.
Be a very bad little Nereid. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
See you in about a week.
And naiads do not dry up and turn to dust.
Especially not if they get water.
Hi, I'm Nareed.
And we have... She wants to introduce you guys.
I'm James.
I'm Dorothea.
And they own Floggle Works.
And we have pipes, tea, and other stuff. They also have these cute little hobbit houses.
So why don't you guys tell us how you got started and how you got to be at Oddmall?
2 years ago, I was perusing the internet for magic wands because I got into my head that I needed to own one. And I was looking at them and I'm like, these are all ridiculously expensive. People want $60 for a stick. So I walked out to the shop and I told my dad we need to make wands. The rest was history, and here we are. About a few months ago, we got an email from David, the owner of Oddmall, inviting us personally to come and vendor here.
Wow, congratulations.
It was very exciting.
It's fantastic.
And what about you, James?
I make all this stuff.
It's very nice.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's most definitely top-notch things.
We enjoy what we do. It's a fun job.
I'm glad. It would be a shame if it wasn't fun.
Yeah, I do.
Great, thank you guys.
Alrighty, I know you guys are going to get sick and tired of hearing my voice, but this is Grim again with Nerdvana Webcast, and we are here with Earthlight. These folks have some interesting toys here at Oddmall. If you're looking for stoneworks, if you're looking for shark's teeth, by all means, check them out. Right now we have Kim Villines, and she will give us a little background on her store. So Kim, what got you into collecting stoneware and natural works?
Well, actually, we have a shop in Kirkland. We've been there 25 years. My dad started the shop. We go rock hounding locally in the U.S., and then we have miners from all over the world that we get gems from. We've got natural stones, polished stones, fossils, meteorites, all kinds of things. I've got jewelry. We've got custom jewelers that do custom-made jewelry, and then I make jewelry myself. So we've got things from all over the world.
That is excellent. So how long have you been doing this type of work?
It's been 25 years. So since 1988, we've had a shop down at the waterfront. Yeah, down in Kirkland by the Marina Park. So yeah, we've got labradorite from Madagascar, meteorites, heulandite. There's over 5,000 different stones, and they're still finding new things. So there's lots of different specimens. We've got things for kids, things for adults, collectors, people that do lapidary or jewelry work, beads, every type of thing you could possibly imagine.
That is a fun background. So tell me, what's your favorite thing that you've ever done or collected for your shop?
When we go rock hounding, probably my favorite thing to rock hound for locally in Washington is carnelian. It's a beautiful agate, ranges from a yellow to orange to red, and you can find some out at Kalama, which is almost to Oregon but still in Washington, and it has quartz crystals sometimes running through it. We've even got some that are opalized by forest fires. It's just a fun dig. I mean, you have to dig for about 8 hours to get a bunch, about 4 feet down, 4 feet across, but you get some nice samples.
Wow, that does sound like a lot of work, but in the long run, probably pretty enjoyable.
Yes.
Now my question, you have this interesting little type of metallic mineral here that looks like a bunch of tiny pyramids. Can you give the people out there a little bit of more knowledge on it?
That's called bismuth. Bismuth is a pure element, a native element on the periodic table, like back in the day when you learned all your elements in science. They take bismuth and they heat it up in a lab, and under lab conditions it actually crystallizes in those shapes. So it doesn't happen naturally in nature, but it is a native element. That also is one of the ingredients or part in Pepto-Bismol. It's
Well,
funny, yeah.
Interesting. So whenever I have a stomach ache, I can think of tiny little rainbow pyramids. Sweet!
It might make you feel better. There you go.
It might. Well, thank you so much. We'll let you get back to the people out there.
Thanks for talking with us today. Come out and see us.
Absolutely. And ladies and gentlemen, remember, their link will go up on our website as soon as possible, so check them out as soon as we have them.
Hi, it's me, Nareed.
And Nime, and we have
Denise Miller.
And she has some beautiful sculptures here of all kinds of cat people and fairies and little Red Riding Hoods and mermaids. Aren't mermaids your cousins?
No, mermaids are usually our grandmothers.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that about Mary's. So how long have you been making this stuff?
About 4 years.
Wow. Sorry, it's hard to pick up, so we have to talk fairly loud if we can get close to it.
Okay.
So, you got any questions?
It's not Nereids, it's Naiads.
Fair enough. I'm only human, come on. Alright, you ask questions this time.
I don't have any.
None? Not any about any of this? This stuff is gorgeous. Little Miss Muffet, she looks scarce.
That's what happens in the story.
So, would you mind telling us about how you make these?
I make them with polymer clay and sculpt them, bake them, and decorate them.
Oh, wow. It looks like a lot of work.
That only takes about 4 days.
Oh, wow.
Oops. You're dancing.
They're definitely worth the prices I'm saying. So, I've been paid already. I totally be buying some.
Yeah, some people sell them for like $5,000, Nicole West.
Oh, wow.
What? Yes, that is actually very expensive.
Thank you very, very much. Hi folks, we're back again and we have Nicole Baker and she has some amazing skull work here and paintings. You guys would love seeing this. I really wish everyone here listening was here, but sadly you're not, and well, it just means we'll have to take pictures and show you afterwards. How did you get started making these?
I've been painting and working with art since I was little, and I just graduated from UW with glass, metal, and ceramics. So now I'm painting and doing a bunch of fantasy works with my own and getting out there. First time.
Fantastic.
Yeah, this is a first time booth for me, so I'm a new artist just pushing my stuff, and all my photorealism and fantasy women and skulls are just doing well. A lot of people seem to love them.
It's cute and yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah, I love it.
So how did you come up with all this inspiration for the schools?
Oh, I get my inspiration from reading books, watching movies, comic books, and then that just goes into my brain. Out comes a dream and ideas of my own worlds and fantasy realms that I want to show the world.
They are pretty awesome. I like this one right here with this blind lady in the skull. It's pretty.
Yeah, very, I want to say like Frank Frazetta, Conan the Barbarian type woman.
Very nice.
Sculpture with the ram's head and all the eyes. I just love it.
It looks fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you for letting us interview you.
No problem. That was great.
Hey everybody, we're back with Bill from Haunted Home, and this is Nime and Narid. So this stuff is pretty cool. How did you get started doing it? How many, have you done oddmall before? Do you do cons up in the Northwest, that kind of thing?
This is my first oddmall. I have done cons in the Northwest. I started at Zombie Con in its second year, and that was its last year, unfortunately. But I've done Morning Market and Crypticon a couple years, and so yeah, I'd like to stick with Northwest conventions, and Oddmall showed up, so I wanted to do it. How I got started was started going to morning markets and seeing what other people did, and just kind of snowballed from there and took my love of liquor to a new level.
Well, going to pirate events, I totally understand the love of liquor. These would totally be gone in a heartbeat as one of those.
Yes, yes.
What is the love of liquor?
Say it again?
What is the love of liquor?
You're just a little too young to know what the love of liquor is yet, I promise.
Oh, I thought you said wicker.
I'll show you wicker when we get home.
I know what liquor is.
She's smart like that.
Yeah, she's our first junior member, so Narid is her first con and her first podcast, so
great.
Trying to see how she does.
She's doing pretty good, I'd say.
What do you think of it, Narid?
If you don't
Pretty good.
You like it? Well, good. You like podcasting?
This is my first time going to a convention, so I'm not really sure yet.
Oh, okay.
Well, thank you very much, Bill.
Yes, thank you.
Hey guys, we're back again, and we have Bakatatsu Design, and they have some amazing chainmail work. You guys seriously need to be here, but since you aren't, well, we'll just have to tell you about it. And here we have our creator. She's wearing an amazing Raven and Beast Boy shirt. Oh, thank you. I want to take it home and keep it, but I don't think she'd like that. Yep, no, I'm guessing the cross stars mean don't take your shirt. Alright, so introduce yourself and tell us how you got started.
My name is Samantha. I actually got started. My other half, Colin, helped us build the company itself. He taught me how to make most of the designs here. And we've just gone to different conventions here in Washington. We've also been to Canada.
Oh, wow.
And just taking feedback from everybody and seeing what everybody likes and going from there.
These are really cool. I definitely am going to keep you guys in mind.
Oh, thank you very much.
What do you think? Do you have any feedback for us?
Well, can we take a picture of her shirt?
I think we can. You got any feedback for our designs? I think they're gorgeous.
Well, there's this pretty cool green and black scale necklace.
I think I'd like to see more scale mail because it's really cool.
Scale mail? Okay, we could totally do that.
But as far as the detail work and the designs, from the scale mail I've seen, and chainmail I've seen, this is really top notch.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you for letting us interview you. I bought the one that was eating it. So we're here with Carnivorous Terrariums with Mary Foss, the owner, and she and I are going to be talking about carnivorous plants with Nereid. Hi.
Hi.
So
what is your favorite carnivorous plants beyond all?
My favorite carnivorous plant? Well, I think I might have to go with the standard Venus flytrap. Everyone kind of likes it because it has immediate gratification of snapping up the bugs and eating them.
That's pretty cool. It sounds like you're home under the water. Do you have something like that?
We actually just drown people for sport. I'm a naiad.
Okay. Well, there are aquatic carnivorous plants too.
Yes.
We don't have any of them here, but there's a species, there's 226 species of bladderworts, I believe, and some of those are aquatic, and they live in the water, and they have little root systems that have little bladder-like traps on them, and they eat microscopic organisms.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
I know that one.
So how long have you been doing this, growing up the plants and coming to cons?
I've been growing plants for about 10 years, and the whole terrarium's probably about 5.
Okay.
And it's been a lot of fun. It kind of just started doing it for friends, and then our friends wanted for other friends, so it kind of turned into a business on its own.
That's kind of really cool.
Yeah, I like it. It was a kind of a neat thing figuring it out because I did crafts and terrariums were really fun, and then I realized that I loved growing carnivorous plants. They were really easy to do, and they actually survive in terrariums much better than regular plants in regular soil because you don't have all that excess buildup of gross things and molds and all the bacteria that you get with regular terrariums, so it's the perfect fit.
They look really awesome. They're really pretty.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. We have a few different species here today. We have our Sarracenia, our pitcher plants, which are these big tall ones over here. We have our pingulas, which are usually the mom's favorite because it grows a beautiful orchid-like flower. We have our cobra lilies, and of course our Venus flytraps, and then a variety of different sundews.
Oh, wow.
And those catch our fruit flies in the kitchen.
So what's with the perfume bottles?
Those are misters. Some plants, like the sundews, have a little bit of dew, which are their digestive juices on their leaves. And if you dump a big glass of water on it and you water it overhead, it washes all that dew away and it kind of disrupts the soil. So we recommend using misters for plants like that to water them.
That's pretty cool.
That's all the questions I have right now.
Thank you very much, Mary.
Thank you.
So we're here with
James Rice.
and he has some amazing spoon bikes. I honestly never thought to make motorcycles out of spoons or a rose out of a spoon, but it's really cool looking. You'll see pictures on the podcast when it goes up. So how did you start doing these?
My wife got me started doing them. She wanted me to make something cool out of spoons, and then I started making spoon choppers, and they pretty much hit it off.
You know what? Like I said, they look really cool. And you said you made one just for this event?
Just for this event. I made this one in the front side last Saturday. I finished it just for this event.
How long does it take you to make one of these?
That one took me 3 months to make, and well, it's done for the show, so nothing like being a week in advance.
I bet. I'm going through that myself. We've got 4 costumes to make in about a month. So thank you very much for sharing with us. This is really, really cool.
Thank you. It was a great event. I enjoyed it.
Brent looks so excited.
All right, nerd and nerdettes, you heard it here. We've interviewed some great people, seen some cool things, and watched the Reckless Freaks over and over again. Thank you to everyone from Nerdvana that showed up, and thank you to Oddmall for allowing us to go ahead and be there. And this time we didn't cause mayhem, but there's always next time. Stay tuned for episode 4.5, where we will be coming from QZCon, which is out in Tacoma. So we hope that you've all been there, as QZCon is coming up. But episode 5 will be at BrickCon, the great LEGO convention. So we hope that you guys will go ahead and stop by and harass us there. And you know what, if you come and bother us, maybe you'll even be a guest host on episode 5 of Nerdvana. So, until next time, nerd and nerdettes, have fun.